Hello, Zihlobo. Hello, Zihlobo. I trust everybody is doing well. It's getting colder and colder in South Africa. It's getting so cold. It's raining. As you have seen on the title, today I am talking about our first trimester with Bubbleberry. Right, so I knew very early on in our pregnancy that I was pregnant. Right, I knew very early on, even before I took the pregnancy test, I knew. And I think the pregnancy symptoms did not come in until after I actually did the pregnancy test. Before that, I was normal. I was energetic. I was okay. I was myself, I had a pregnancy test and it was pregnant. It showed there was pregnant. It didn't say the weeks because I was over 3 weeks, I think. So it just said 3+. See, so it just said 3+. And then the fun began. A few weeks after that, I went to go see my doctor, my gynecologist. So yeah, my gynecologist confirmed the pregnancy and everything was pashash, but I had a little scare. So yeah, I'll do that in the other vlog. I'll make another vlog for that. So what happened afterwards is my trimester was one I have never had before. I was so tired, guys. Fatigue took over. Like, I could just sit and have a conversation with someone and fall asleep, honestly. And it's not that the person was boring, but the sleep would just come and I would feel, I just need to close my eyes for like a good 5 minutes. I was always tired and my body was exhausted. My body, like, I wasn't even doing hectic things. I was not working out. I was even so exhausted that I was not working out. I was not walking. I was not hiking. I was doing nothing and I was always tired. Like, my body was just oh, that was the worst. I am normally a very energetic and bubbly person and I'm always wanting to do something. So this pregnancy said, calm down, girl. Relax, a girl. Relax, a child. So I had to relax kankani. And then what happened? Loss of appetite. Hey, I love food, ne? I love eating healthy, but I love food. So I love experimenting with food. Ha! Did not a child take away my appetites? Did not this kid just take away my appetite like that? I did not feel like having breakfast, and breakfast is my most favorite meal of the day. So I didn't feel like eating breakfast. I did not feel like having lunch. Dinner was the last thing on my mind. I don't understand how. I've never had this with all my other pregnancies. I've never had it with all my other pregnancies. I always ate what I wanted to eat. Kodwa lo ashe. Bengafuni kudla. I ate because I knew I had to, not because I was necessarily hungry. I ate because I knew I had to eat, or else all hell gonna break loose. So that for me was challenging, because even my favorite foods I did not feel like eating. I did not feel like making food. Like, my husband was always struggling with, what's for dinner? I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel like cooking. I'm not hungry. Shame, poor guy. Mara ngoba uyangithanda ke. Ngoba uyangithanda. Number 3. The metal taste in my mouth. I think that's another thing that causes a loss of appetite, because everything tasted horrible. Everything tasted like it was metal. Even water. I'm a fan of water. I love drink. I drink water the whole day and not drink any other beverage. Even the taste of water was horrible. Like, the metal taste in my mouth was, you're on an overload. On an overload. Food tasted horrible. Water tasted horrible. Like, yo, it was bad. Even, especially in the middle of the night. Like, manglele. So, at the beginning, I thought it was because at night, obviously, I'm not talking bad breath vibes. But now, when I realized this thing is going on throughout the day, like, auntie, what is happening? It was so bad. It was bad. It was bad. So, the loss of appetite, I blame it on the metal taste in my mouth. Still. And then I went through headaches. I had a period where I had constant headaches, like each and every day the headaches were not going away. And it hurt like crazy. I think the one thing that hurt the most is that I could not drink anything except for paracetamol. I could not drink anything except for Ipanado. So that's all I had, and that's all I could drink. And it was not working. Ipanado is asebenzi. Ipanado does not work anymore. It is just a candy that is bitter. That's all it is, because it does nothing. It did nothing. So I had those headaches. So I had to force myself to drink a lot of water because I thought it was water. But I also knew that it was underlying stress. I knew it was underlying stress because I had a bit of stress. So yeah, I'll talk about that on my next point. So I had constant headaches, but they went away. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Those went away. And then what number are we at? Number 5. My hands started swelling. I even had to change my ring. This is not my wedding ring. So hubby gave me one of his rings. So I had to change that. So I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes when I was pregnant with my second baby, Nontsigelelo. So when I was pregnant with Unzigi, I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I think back then, I took the matter very lightly. I think in my head, I just thought, I'm healthy enough. I can handle this. So I had gestational diabetes with Nzigi. I had gestational diabetes with Ubabalo. Now Ubabalo, it became worse because now I had to start injecting insulin. And then after that, after my pregnancy, I got on the health wagon. I started eating a bit healthier, started moving around a lot more, started concentrating on what I was consuming and all of those things. So namanje, I have gestational diabetes, and my doctor actually says it's probably full-blown diabetes now. It's no longer gestational diabetes, so I am diabetic. So every time I saw my hands swelling, that was a sign for me that my sugar levels are not where they're supposed to be, or they extremely high. So it was a concern to me. So that's another thing that caused a bit of stress for me, that I know the risks that I am taking, the risks that are underlying when you are diabetic and pregnant, because the risk is not just to me, it's also to the baby. So I had my swollen hands, and they were always a sign that, girl, you better get your stuff all straight. You better get that sugar checked out. And I started again eating a bit healthier. You know, with pregnancy, you have that mentality that you have to eat more than you normally do. So I had that mentality for like a couple of weeks. I ate stuff. I craved something and I wanted it. And my one thing that I was craving, believe it or not, inyama yentloko. Inyama yentloko, nkosi yami, I ate it to a point where I could not stand the smell of it. That's how much I ate inyama yentloko. I don't know what number I'm at, guys. Sorry. Loss of sleep, insomnia. I would wake up. Yes. I'm not a person that sleeps a lot, ne? But when you are tired, and you're fatigued. You want to sleep. And then when you sleep at night, at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. I'd be up, sitting in the living room, reading my Bible, praying, reading more of scriptures. I think that was a very therapeutic time for me, because with everything that was stressing me, I think that's the time I got to engage with self. I got to engage with God and reconnect on my personal state, and actually tell God what I would like out of this pregnancy. So that's what I did during that time when I had insomnia. So it wasn't all bad. Hey, it wasn't all bad. But it got me even more tired, because now I was awake in the night and tired in the day. So Nana, I hope that's not going to be our routine. We're not staying up at night and sleeping in the day. It doesn't work that way. Ne? Yes. So I had insomnia. Like in a week, I'd be up for a good 3 to 4 days. I'd be up at night around 2 a.m. Whoa. And then the boobs. Ha! I've never had tender boobs in my pregnancies. Yes, they've always gotten engorged. They got bigger. I've never had painful nipples. Mar this game. Bengingakuthuka ngenhlambe engaka. Ungithinta amabele. So my boobs, my nipple were painful. My areola was painful. Like, woo! Like the pain laying at it. They've stabbed me with a lot of pins and needles, and now my boobs are painful. It hurt like crazy. But yeah, after the first trimester, sis, I relaxed and the boobs got better and everything. Mood swings. Guys, zihlobo, ama-mood swings awekho right. I'd be happy, and then nje kuwe itissue, I'm exploding. I had bad mood swings. Honestly, I commend my family for sticking up with me. Like, hubby, sweetheart, you're the best, Sando Sam. You're the best, Shem. Mina kube kudala ngathi yazi nihlala ekamereni lapho ungizwe masikhona, because everything they did seemed to get on my nerves. Everything they did seemed to get on my nerves. Everything they said seemed to get on my nerves, and I was moody all the time. Even when I was trying to be okay and I was trying to be fine, I was moody. But ngizithandazele. So I know ukuthi ama mood swings, and most of the time our relationships get infected because of the mood swings, because now this person that you love so much, that you want to spend time with, is the one person that irritates the hell out of you. And I prayed about it. I know this is not me. I know I love my man. I know I love my kids, and I want to spend time with them. Yeah, it was hard. The mood swings were a bad thing. So, my advice to you, if you know that you are not a naturally moody, like, yeah, I get it. We women, we have those mood swings. It's in our genes, it's our hormones and whatnot. But if you want your relationship to work and you don't want a certain period to affect the rest of your life, like, work on the moods. Like, force yourself out of those moods, because you might blame it on just the moods, and then the next person actually takes it to heart, and it actually affects them way worse than you thought it would. So that's what I thought. That's what I started thinking, and I started pushing myself. And I realized that in my first trimester, the minute that I started working on me not being so moody, I actually became happier. I actually started enjoying myself. I actually started acknowledging my pregnancy and enjoying my pregnancy, because when you're moody, you're not just moody to others, you get moody to yourself too. So yeah, I'm just grateful that I went through that, and I knew I had to change it. I knew that going to God and praying about it and talking to God about it was the one thing that actually helped me, because I don't normally talk to people and tell them about my difficulties. I'm not that type of person. It's not a bad thing to do. I just don't do it. I don't know how to do it. So every time I have a problem, God is my first source. Oh, this one. I had anxiety in my first trimester. I had anxiety because of my diabetes and because of something that happened last year. So I have not done a vlog about that. So I'll do it before I give birth. Yeah, before I give birth. I was always on edge, thinking, what's going to go wrong? What am I going to deal with? And am I okay? Is the baby okay? Are we going to make it? And yeah, so I had so much stress because I was walking on eggshells, literally, because of everything that I was thinking, everything that I was feeling. Am I healthy enough? Am I doing the right things? Am I eating the right foods? Am I drinking enough water? And am I doing something wrong? There was so much that I was going through, and there was so much that was happening in here. Mostly, it's not something that was happening on the outside, it was mostly happening in here. So I think over time, and actually this I just want to give to my gynae, Dr. Thomas from Netcare Hospital, the best guy. Every time I went to go see that guy, it turned into a therapy session, because I would come out of there feeling so great about myself, even though sometimes he would shout at me that, why do you eat this? Look at your weight. Look at this. Look at this. But he always gave me a word of confirmation, a word of encouragement, and he understood exactly what I was going through. So yeah, that was very helpful. I saved the best for last. The best for the last. I wonder if you've been pregnant and you've never had this one. It's coming. Sorry for the TMI, too much information, but hi, pregnancy fats. Guys, whoa, nuclear weapon. And you can't control the pregnancy fats. You cannot. Umsuzo, wogminta, au controlek, au bambek, mafun puma. Puma. Whether already or not. So I had the worst. Like Bengsus and I'm news guti. Yo, I'm gonna faint right now. I'm going to collapse. I am going to collapse. So can't believe I'm recording about this. But anyway, that's the truth of the matter. Yo, intebengi suza. So at the end of my trimester, guys, this is what I looked like. So this is me at 13 weeks, I think. Yeah, 13 weeks. And yeah, we made it. We're in our second right now, and we're doing good. We're doing fine. The sugar's still a bit of a problem, but we'll get there. The hands are not swelling anymore. The pregnancy fats are a bit better. Yeah, everything else. The fatigue is gone. So yeah, I'll do a second trimester vlog towards the end of the second trimester. So thank you guys so much for watching up until the end. If you are pregnant and you're going through the same thing that I went through, hang in there, Tando Sam. It's going to get better. Trust me, it's going to get better. It's not the end of the world. You and baby will pull through. So thank you so much to everybody. Please remember to like and subscribe. Please remember to comment and tell me if you're pregnant, what are you going through? Let's have a conversation about all of this. So see you guys next time. Goodbye.